All right. So we would be remiss if we did not talk about the floor function or the greatest integer function. So this is the symbol for the greatest integer function. So we have these bold brackets, if you will. And so what does this mean? This means this function will return the greatest integer that is less than or equal to x. That's what this means. So the greatest integer functions, or floor, because if you're anywhere above, right, in between, if you put any number in here, any real number in here that's in between two integers, it's always going to drop it to the lowest integer. So again, the greatest integer function works like this. It's going to return whatever you put in here, it's going to return the greatest integer that's less than or equal to x. Okay? So if I stick in f of 3, that's going to give me 3. If I put in f of 3.4, that's going to equal 3. If I put in 3.999, that's going to give me 3. If I put in f of, let's say, 0.1, that's going to give me 0. Okay? So it's going to give me the largest integer that is less than or equal to whatever I put in there. And that's how the greatest integer function works. And we also call this step functions, right? Because if we graph this, this is what it would look like. And this is why we call them step functions. So if we graph this, and let's start at 0, right? And I'll just talk through this. Let's do this. Okay, so at 0, right? So if I'm at 0, as long as I'm between 0 and 1, the value of the function from 0 all the way till I get to 1 is going to be 0. And then as soon as I hit 1, notice I put a circle here, so it's not filled in. But as soon as I hit 1, now it's going to jump to 1. And now from 1 to 2, as long as my x value is between 1 and 2, it's always going to give me, f of x will always give me 1. So now it's going to be constant all the way to 2. And as soon as I hit 2, I'm going to jump up to 3. And I'm going to be at 3 until I get to 3. Did I do that right? No, I'm going to be at 2. I'm sorry. I'm going to be at 2 until I get to 3, and then it's going to jump up to 3. Okay? And then I can go backwards too. So here, right? So here it'll be open. And then I'm going to have open. And it's going to look like that. So that's why we call it a step function. Okay, again, practice with these. Make sure you understand how the greatest common integer function works. They can be confusing, but you've got to practice with them.